Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping will hold an informal summit in the coastal town of Mamallapuram in Tamil Nadu tomorrow. Both the leaders will hold talks on bilateral ties, regional and global issues in the ancient town of Mamallapuram, which has been decked up for the summit. Sources told India Today that terror, defense, border issues, people-to-people ties, reform of the United Nations and challenges to World Trade Organization will be discussed. Both leaders will also visit 4 famous monuments, including Arjuna's Penis, Krishna's Butterball, Pancharath and Shore Temple at Mamallapuram. The coastal town will host the summit for 2 days on October 11th and October 12th.
At Mamallapuram, now there's a team of Chinese officials and diplomats here to review this place before the visit of the Chinese President Xi Jinping. They've just come and reviewed the security around here. They've seen this location, and if I could just show you around, this place has now virtually been sealed. These are only officials of the state, the police, as the Chinese delegation visits this place. Let's also show you images of the Tamil Nadu police personnel who will be deployed all along this place over the next 72 hours. This historical monument is now going to be sealed for all civilian movement. This is the team of the Special Protection Group of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. As you can see there, these are SPG vehicles. They've done their primary assessment. Let me also now quickly take you across the road, where CCTV cameras are being installed on every corner for security. CCTV cameras. So this entire place will have CCTV cameras all over. Not just Arjun's penance or the Tapasya, the Sri Krishna Butterball here, the other monuments down the road, all along. As you can see, the dog squad is now assessing, clearing this place. So once the dog squad and the SPG and the Tamil Nadu police completely clear this place, sanitize this place, then for the next 3 days, no other movement will be permitted here till Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping come and visit these historical monuments. With my cameraman Madan Prasad, Gaurav Sawant at Mamallapuram for India Today.
After that report, in fact, Gaurav now joins us live from Mamallapuram. Gaurav, you showed us the arrangements that have been made, the kind of security that is there on ground. We did hear some tourists as well earlier who were disappointed at not being able to visit those monuments. How secure is Mamallapuram? What sort of arrangements are there? How much security personnel are there in the city?
So there is a 7-layer security cordon that's been thrown around Mamallapuram. The Tamil Nadu police in the outermost layer, and then multiple layers of security to ensure where we are right now. This is Arjun's penance, and work has been on here round the clock to ensure that it's shipshape. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You see personnel assessing and examining this position, putting other things here, including, they've laid a fresh track. There's a fresh carpet of grass being laid, and even as we speak, while we'll take a look at the security, Indian flags and Chinese flags have also been a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This entire place is being spruced up for the Chinese President and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit. And as you look here, a fresh carpet of grass has been laid. The flags have come here. The optics are all right. Beyond the optics, what does this get to in terms of tangibles, this informal summit? That remains the big issue, Radhika.
Gaurav, you mentioned something that I wanted to ask you next as well. What is on the agenda? Yes, there are these rhetorics about Kashmir which are doing the rounds as well. We are hearing about trade ties. We are hearing about, other things that could be discussed. What is on the agenda of these 2 premiers?
So Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping, their second informal summit. Remember the first time they met in Wuhan in 2018 April. That was after the Doklam crisis, where India and China, the armies had come face to face. So they were able to tide over that issue. Now the effort is to see whether you can move forward and build on the relationship. Yes, there are major tensions between the two countries, especially when it comes to Pakistan's state-sponsored terror and China's protection of Pakistan. There's a huge trade deficit. How will these issues be addressed? It's an informal summit. There is no agenda. There will be no memorandum of undertaking, no MOU signed between India and China. But the effort is to reduce the trade imbalance. The effort is to see how the two countries can move forward, if at all they can. I mean, they may just stay on their stated positions and continue to remain engaged. But both India and China are playing hardball this time. But as they say, it's better to remain engaged than not be engaged at all.
Gaurav, thank you for getting us those updates from the ground. In fact, Gaurav spoke to a few tourists in Mamallapuram just a while back. Let's listen into what they had to say.
We are with some English tourists here in Mamallapuram, and with me are Kim and Carol. Kim, how long have you been here at Mahabalipuram?
Well, we arrived yesterday, so this is our first day really, and we're just looking around at the moment, having a tour of the sites. And we're travelling on from here for about 14 days, day by day, to a different town. So
brilliant. How's it been so far?
It's been hot. Very busy. Yes.
And you're aware of the Indian Prime Minister and the Chinese President coming here?
Yes, we are, yes. We only found out recently when we were booked to come, but it looks like a lot of work's going on, a lot of money being spent. I think it's good for the town itself because it's certainly improving the facilities.
It certainly is. And what do you make of the facilities here so far?
Well, very good. I mean, we've only seen the hotel, and this is our first trip out, so we've only been out for a couple of hours, but so far, we've enjoyed it very much.
So you're not disappointed that there's so many policemen here and you haven't been able to go inside?
No, it would have been nice to see the ruins without so many people and to go in, but it's been an experience just to see what's going on and everyone working hard.
And I mean, considering some of this is supposed to be over 1,000 years old.
I know, very old.
Yeah.
So, well, I hope all of you have a wonderful vacation.
All right,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Have a great trip to India. So tourists here, this group from Britain, they seem to be having a good time so far. A little disappointed they haven't been able to go inside, but they say that the fact that this town is being spruced up is a great idea. With cameraman Madan Prasad at Mahabalipuram, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
Now, as we've been showing you, preparations are underway in Tamil Nadu's Mamallapuram for an informal meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping. The meeting between these two leaders can open the doors for exploring the historical and cultural connection between Mamallapuram and China. Take a look at this ground report.
Mamallapuram, a city known for its rich cultural heritage, is set to host Chinese President Xi Jinping when he arrives on Friday. Preparations are underway in the centuries-old town in Tamil Nadu, where Prime Minister Modi will meet the Chinese president. India Today visited some of these historical sites to take stock of the preparedness.
We are at a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is Arjun's penance or Arjun's tapasya. This is where Arjun prayed to Lord Shiv for his weapon.
Actually, this kind of the architecture we called as a bas relief. That means the panel works. In such a kind of the bas relief, we should possible to see in the two places in the world. One is in Cambodia. The second should be in India. We are very proud of because the two were the Asian countries.
Authorities are leaving no stone unturned to ensure that important landmarks are ready to enthrall Xi.
Lord Krishna's butterball is believed to be around 1,200 years old. Stories have it that during the British Raj, around 7 elephants were used to move this boulder. But this boulder did not move an inch. You can see the work taking place here also. This huge lawn that's been blanketed out over here. New signboards also put in place over here, all before the high-level meet.
Several high-profile dignitaries from India and China will be in Mamallapuram to discuss bilateral issues. The police is keeping a close eye on vehicular movement.
Ahead of Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to Mamlapuram, this monument town has been converted into a virtual fortress. Every vehicle coming in is being scanned, is being checked. A large number of police personnel deployed here. They write the number of every vehicle coming in, take details of the license of the driver, check them, and only then do they permit them to go.
Locals in Mamalapuram are upbeat over the Modi-Xi meet.
ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு. இந்தியாவோட பிரதமர் வராரு, ரொம்ப வரவேற்கிறோம். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். சீனாவோட மினிஸ்டர் வர ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். அவங்க வரதுனால மாலை ரொம்ப புதுமையாகுது. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். இதுவும் இதே மாதிரி இன்னும் கண்டினியூ ஆனா ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும்.
And inside the road, making new roads and everything is clean. It's now so happy people come to see. Now it's 2-3 days after I hope his businesses will be growing is very big.
According to historians, the ties between Mamalapuram and China also date back to several centuries.
They had maritime activities with the China, and the China Celadon ware, a particular Chinese ware, we have record from the coastal region. It indicates the direct contact with the China trade. The Buddhist monastery is built by many Pallava kings and encouraged by the Pallavas, as well as the Chinese kings also patronage the Buddhist monastery.
As Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping are expected to chart broader pathways for development and mutual cooperation, Mamalapuram's ancient ties with the Dragon Land is set to give a historic fillip to the summit. With Shalini Lobo and Gaurav Sawant, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, ahead of PM Modi and Chinese President Xi's second informal summit in the coastal town of Mamalapuram, the Kashmir cloud hangs over the meeting. This after China said that it is following developments in Kashmir closely. Chinese President Xi also said that China is closely monitoring the situation. He further added that they will back Pakistan on issues linked to its core interests and also raked up the UN resolutions as an option for the Kashmir resolution. The MEA meanwhile reacted strongly to the Chinese president's statement, saying India's position has been consistent and clear that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. The MEA stated that China is well aware of India's position and that other countries should not comment on India's internal matters.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.